Hello. Hope you're happy, well, on all levels of your being. I'm happy that we are together again. And this is our fifth session of the Integrated Complementary Energy Psychology. And I thought today that we would not work on emotions, but work on manifesting goals. I again remind you that think about what you're hearing from me and from any other person, but always decide for yourselves what you actually believe. And today we're going to work on manifesting goals in our lives. And you can choose the goals that you want. I remind you of the existence of the PDF file that you could have downloaded and use to study as we work on. So what is abundance? We want to create abundance. It's our purpose, I would say, in life. Abundance is not just money. Okay, so it's money in a comfortable home, devices such as computers, phones, cars, any kind of device that make our lives more comfortable, easier, more effective. Harmonious relationships. What good is it to have a lot of money and not have harmonious relationships? Health is abundance. What good is it to have everything and not have health? Pleasant activities, meaningful work. It's very important that our work, or it could not be work outside of the house or for money, whatever we're involved with, our chores, whatever they may be, that they be pleasant for us, meaningful for us. Clean air, water, environment, healthy food, peace of mind, knowledge of the physical world is aspect of abundance, as is spiritual knowledge. Techniques for health, peace, and happiness, which you're learning in this course. Family and friends who love and support us. Freedom to do what we enjoy. So abundance means all of these. So when we want to create abundance, it's not just about money. It's not just about objects. It's creating a happy reality. Now, the serenity prayer is a good way of approaching this, so that we can learn to change whatever we can, improve whatever we can, accept what we cannot. We cannot change other people's minds. We cannot bring people back from the dead, and to know the difference. But we can change our health. We can change our economic situation. We can change our relationships. We can change the way we perceive life. Now, the book which has most to say about what we're doing today is Dealing with Testing Times, Remaining Strong and Healthy, Happy in Crises. It's my book. You can find it on Amazon, or you can ask me to send it to you for free as a PDF file. Now, two things I'd like to mention before we start. All situations are opportunities to get stronger, wiser, more spiritual in life. And just so that you know where you are on the abundance scale, 5 billion people, 80% of the beings on earth, earn less than $300 a month. 3 billion live on less than $75 a month, and 1.4 billion less than 37. So you you and I am sure, if you're following this course, already have abundance in comparison to the 80% of the people on the planet. That doesn't mean we should have less. It just means that we already know somehow how to create abundance. So the first thing is to care for the body. What what does it help us to have lots of money and lots of things and not to have our health? And the body is the vehicle through which we create whatever we create in life. So eating as much as possible fresh fruits, and in crisis situations when there is a great need, adding vitamin supplements. One other simple exercise that will help us is rejuvenating the brain, and that is by letting the blood flow into the brain by placing the feet up and breathing deeply in this position so that we fill the blood with oxygen, and the oxygen rejuvenates the brain. Now, if you have any problems with your eyes or your brain or high blood pressure, ask your doctor, your health advisor if you can do this. It's very simple. Also, strengthening the mind, relaxing the mind. We're going to be doing exercises in this course where you learn how to relax the mind, come into a state of inner peace and clarity. Just as we need to rest any kind of machine, the mind is a machine that needs to be rested so that it can have clarity and so that it can function properly. So by relaxing, letting go, sleeping well, or doing deep relaxation techniques, we can increase our ability to create the reality we desire. Now, many of us have some negative perceptions about money and abundance. Let's look quickly at those. Money is the root of all evil. You hear this. Money cannot bring happiness. Money can be made only through hard work, or perhaps some people believe you can't be actually honest if you want to make money. A rich person cannot be spiritual, and money is dirty. Okay? We cannot create a lot of money and affluence in a moral way. We have to do immoral things. I am not worthy of abundance. It is not spiritual to desire more than I have. Okay? So these are some of the beliefs which may be in our subconscious, which are affecting us and limiting our ability to create the reality we are not, with that we would like to have. Now, I'd like to make a discrimination or a clarification. We are not harmed by having money or abundance. The problem is when we are attached to money or possessions and place them above ethics, morals, and caring for other people. A person could have no money or abundance and be very attached. So the problem is attachment. The problem is not having. The problem is how we achieve it. If we achieve it in a moral way, always being ready to be on the other side of any kind of exchange, that we would be happy to be the other person in all of our exchanges. We'll talk about that more deeply in a minute. Now, the next step is to cultivate positive thoughts, okay? So we said, let's keep a healthy body, a relaxed mind, and we're going to look at alternative perceptions about abundance. And it's very important to cultivate positive thoughts. Now, some of the basic premises. We are all, if you like, extensions of divine consciousness. Now, I mentioned you don't have to agree with anything that I say, but think about it. What are we? Now, I have come to the conclusion that every one of us is an extension of the divine, is a creation of the divine being here in the physical world. If you have a different perception, keep your perception, but think about it. What exactly are we? So if we are like this ray of light coming down and manifesting as our individual self, and all other beings will be manifestations of that same divine consciousness. The second basic premise is that our mind creates our reality. The way we think, and especially the way we feel, creates our reality. We have mentioned in previous um, sessions that each of us has a different way of perceiving the same stimuli, and we create a different reality, so that the events in our lives are not our reality. Our reality is the way we perceive them. And the way we perceive them functions in two ways. We attract what we believe and we attract what we feel, and then we perceive that through the filter of our belief system. So it's creating our reality in two ways, by attracting and by interpreting. Nothing is by chance. That's my perception. You can accept it or not. It's your choice. I believe that we create and choose whatever is happening in our lives and what will happen. Now, we don't choose them consciously. We choose many aspects of our lives subconsciously. And in a future session, we will talk about how we actually create our reality. It's not just by what we think. Another basic premise: life reflects back to us our inner content, our emotions, our beliefs, our words, and our actions. So if we believe we are unable, if we believe we are poor, if we believe that we don't deserve abundance, then that's the reality we're going to create. Another basic premise for me, and you can decide to believe it or not, we are loved unconditionally by the divine and all enlightened beings. Okay, so this goes in contrast to what perhaps we have learned until now in our lives, that God's love is with conditions. I don't believe that. I believe that the divine love is unconditional, whatever we may do. I also believe that our actions create reactions. So if we do things that are uh, harmful to others, then harmful things may happen to us. But this has nothing to do with the lessening the love of the divine towards us. It just has to do with the natural laws of the universe. And we will discuss this in detail in a future session. Another basic premise: every situation is an opportunity for growth and greater wisdom. Every situation, especially the difficult ones, but also the pleasant ones, are always opportunities to learn more and to grow in our lives. We have the inner strength and guidance not only to deal with, but also to benefit from all challenges. So we need to change our perception of our challenges, of our difficulties, see them as opportunities, opportunities to become stronger, to learn more creative, and the ability to benefit from those tests. Gratitude is the basis of the law of attraction. So if you want abundance, you need to start with gratitude for what you already have and what you are sure is coming. Okay? So gratitude means that when we perceive how much we actually do have, I talked to you about how much other people, 5 billion people, earn less than 300 a month, and there are 1 point something earning less than $75 a month. So we have a lot to be grateful for. Realizing how much we have to be grateful for, we realize two things: that we're living in a loving universe and that we're capable creators. So the universe is giving us a lot, but also we are creating a lot. So some alternative perceptions about abundance as opposed to the ones we already talked about. With abundance, I can help more people in need. It's that simple. By having, I can help those who don't have. Of course, it's important to teach people how to fish rather than just give them a fish. So we always want to help people to help themselves, help them in a way which helps them to find their own integrity, their own self-worth, their own feeling of meaningfulness. Money is neither good nor bad. It's energy, which can be used for selfish or selfless purposes. Okay? It becomes a positive or negative force by the way it is used. And the money in the hands of the evolved and selfless can do wonderful good for all people. So it's not evil, it's just energy. It's a form of energy. It's important to earn it in a moral way and to use it in a moral and selfless way. Money alone cannot bring happiness if we don't have love, if we don't have health. But combined with love, peace, and a meaningful life, it can add to that happiness. So it's not an evil thing. It's just another form of energy, just as physical energy, electrical energy, chemical energy. Many people have attracted money and abundance in effortless and joyful ways by creatively doing what they love. So it doesn't have to be hard work. We always want to give as much as we can to whatever we are doing, and especially to others around us and to society. And the universe will always repay us for that. But it doesn't have to feel like work. We can do whatever we love to do, and we will be taken care of. And that's emphasized by Christ when he says, ask and it will be given, seek and you will find, knock and it will be opened. He says that since you know how to give good things to your children, God knows how to give even more to you. So less anxiety and being sure that if we are in the flow, whatever we need. Now this word need is an important word. Not only what we desire or what other people have, what we need to be happy and what we need to fulfill our life purpose. This is important. So we need to separate between desires and needs and wanting what others people have and wanting what we really need. The next perceptions as expressions of the divine projecting into the physical dimension, we are all worthy of receiving the best of what this material world has to offer. It's a part of our creative evolutionary process. So everyone is worthy of love, worthy of abundance. So you want to let go of whatever is obstructing that abundance in our life. It's our right. And creativity, creating our lives, is a function of our purpose and higher self here in the physical realm. So we are co-creators with the divine. And we are creating our bodies, we are creating our relationships, are creating our economic situation, are creating our homes. So the question is, if we want to create something differently, then we're going to have to change the way that we are thinking, speaking, and behaving in our lives. Another thought is that as a light worker, which I think every one of us is gradually, I can help many people with abundance. We can use our abundance to help those that are having difficulty in creating their own and hopefully enable them to create theirs. Now, the next part of this process is using energy psychology, as we will today, to free ourselves from the fear, anxiety, or resistance to positive change and success. Now, we're not going to talk about the resistance today. We're going to do that in a future session where I will teach you what are the forms of resistance towards positive change and how we can overcome them. This is an important aspect of creating abundance. Now, as you know, common aspects of energy psychology are that we can employ them by ourselves, on ourselves. This gives us great freedom. They generate quick and often permanent results. They can be employed directly on emotions, including fear, anxiety, anger, guilt, and they can be used on the physical pain and reduce physical symptoms. They can also aid us in getting free from chemical addictions. But for this class, they can be used on the resistance to positive change, which we'll be working on in a future class. Now, I'd like to talk to you about a 12-step manifestation process, which a lot of that has come, not all of it, a lot of it has come from the book or movie, The Secret. If you haven't seen it, get it. I'm sure you can find it on the internet for free, the video, not the book. So the first step is the gratitude list. It is to create a gratitude list in which we write down everything we feel grateful for. And try to put your family in there and your house and your car or whatever you have, nature, food, the bed that you're sleeping on, that you have clean water that you can drink, protection from the elements. Uh, Nothing is for granted. Eyes, hands, arms. I can function in this world. Having a computer or phone to see this a seminar. None of this is for granted. So make a gratitude list, and I suggest that you read it every day for at least 30 days and even add to it. And I would suggest doing that in the morning when you wake up and or in the evening before you sleep. Secondly, visualize yourself and your life as if it is already as you would like it to be. Don't visualize it in the future. Visualize it as if it already exists. You're creating a mold for the energy around you to take that form. So visualize yourself and life as you would like it to be. Throughout the day, bring to mind the feeling that you and your life are as you would like to be. In the visualization, we may do a process of relaxation, of focusing, and it may take us like 10 minutes, let's say, or more. I'm talking about just throughout the day, whenever you're feeling that you don't have something, feeling upset, feeling unhappy, bring to mind the idea of having what you want to have and the feeling that you have because you already have it. Fourth, write a detailed description of your life as if it is already as you would like it to be. Write in the present that you have the life partner that you would like to have, that you have the abundance that you would like to have, you have the health that you would like to have, and read it daily. Or I even know a person that wrote it daily. So write this detailed description of your life as if it is already as you would like it to be. Fifth, behave as if you already have what you like to have. Behave as if you have abundance. Give some money to someone. Behave as if you have the health that you want. Don't overdo it. Don't harm yourself. Behave as if you are loved as you would like to be. So behave as if you already have what you would like to have. Fifth, help others manifest what you would like to manifest from yourself. Give and help others in general. Now, a part of manifesting abundance is getting into the flow of giving and receiving. And I want it to be clear that we do not need to give. We are not obliged to give from where we have received, and others are not obliged to give us because they have received from us. We want to see the universe as a universal being, and we may give to one person and receive from another. We'll talk about that in a moment. Desire and work for the good of the whole. The more we are interested in the whole, the more the whole supports us. The more we are interested in how people are, the more the universe cares for us and supplies us what we need to help. Express yourself positively. Let your words be positive words. If I'm visualizing health and I'm complaining about my illness, then I'm just canceling this visualization. If I'm visualizing abundance and I'm complaining about not having enough, then I'm canceling it. So our words need to support our visualization and our gratitude list and our written description. Take action towards your goals. Okay, start doing what you need to do to manifest the goal that you want to achieve. So think about what you need to do and what you may need to stop doing. For example, you want to lose weight, you may want to stop eating some things. You may want to start exercising. So a list of what to do and what to do less. Remove all inner obstacles towards manifesting your goals with EFT, Ho'oponopono, Sedona, and other techniques. We'll talk about this image in a future session. We need to have the agreement of our higher self, of our conscious and subconscious in order to achieve a goal. At this point, we may be only functioning from the conscious, but what's happening in the subconscious and our higher self? That's another subject. And 12th, be happy with what you have while creating whatever else you would like to have. If I am unhappy, then I believe I'm living in an unjust universe. And so why should I get anything else? I'm not recognizing my abundance that I already have. So we need to be happy with what we already have while creating whatever else we would like to have. Now, we'll talk about this too, the field of possibilities, in another class, in another session. But just a short introduction. At the turn of the century, scientists were experimenting with photons, and they were shooting photons on a film. This is the film, and this is the photon shooter, okay? And they passed the photons through two slits here, and they expected to find two lines. And what they found, however, was many lines. And they were very confused for a number of years. And the conclusion that they had to come to was that these photons were not actually particles, but waves. And these waves were creating an interference pattern, which was causing this pattern to be created here. So rather than there being two lines, which would happen if the photons were particles, we're understanding that they're waves. But when there was an objective observer, there two lines showed up. When someone was watching, two lines showed up. And when someone was not watching, many lines showed up. So they had to come to the conclusion that the observer causes the wave to become a particle. That the observer causes the field of possibilities, this energy field, to take form. And so the only thing that they could say is that, well, the possibility is that it's here, less possibility that it's here. That's the closest they could become to defining where a particle would be. And here you can see this from the movie, What the Bleep Do We Know, where supposedly until this woman looks at the basketballs, there are many basketballs because we can't see something like that. And then when she looks, all of those possibilities become one ball. Okay. So in a way, life is a field of possibilities. And we are causing that field to take the certain reality that we are creating by the way that we are thinking, behaving, and feeling. A scientist called Greg Braden has explained in one of his videos on the power of prayer that Russian scientists found out that our DNA actually affects photons, and it caused them to take a certain form, and that our emotions affect our DNA. And so our DNA is affecting the photons and affecting the building blocks of our reality. So the whole idea here that I'm trying to get across to you is that our thoughts, emotions, words, and actions affect the energy field around us, and they create our bodies, our lives, and our situations. So if you want a different reality, we're going to have other emotions, other thoughts, and other ways of functioning. And also understand that everything that happens is a reflection of our own conscious and subconscious beliefs, emotions, choices, and actions, so that we are the creators of our reality. Now here comes the method Ho'oponopono, which in Hawaiian means to correct, to make things right. So what are the basic concepts here? And we're going to employ this method today. And you could use it not just for the obstacles to abundance, but to when you're attracting negative behavior from others, in relationship to health situations, in relationship to your professional lives, in relationship to society and situations that are going on in society. It can be employed everywhere. We're going to talk more extensively about Ho'oponopono in a future lesson. So what are the basic concepts here? We are attracting all that is in our reality for some reason. It's not by choice. I say we're attracting it as opportunities for growth. We are co-creators of all that is happening personally and socially. There's nothing out there that we're now not somehow a co-creator of. Everything is as it should be for the moment, but as a stimulus to correct it in ourselves. So nothing that exists is wrong. It's there as a opportunity to change the way we are thinking and perhaps change what is happening. So there'll be times when the only thing that we need to do is to change how we're perceiving it and feel okay. And other times we're going to need to see how we can change what is happening outside ourselves. And that we can correct ourselves by doing, by correcting ourselves, we can actually correct the external world, but the external world is a mirror. So if you're looking in a mirror, the only way to change what is in the mirror is to change your own self, which is looking in the mirror. And so we don't actually need to know what in us is attracting a situation or what the lesson is. We just need to do the method as long as the subconscious knows and our higher self knows. So we want to let go of all subconscious processes, programs, and memories that may be attracting a certain behavior from someone, which is unpleasant to us, or we may want to let go of whatever is in the subconscious, which is preventing us from manifesting the abundance, which means also loving relationships and health and perhaps money if we need it in that case. And so we want to remove everything that is in ourselves that is obstructing us from manifesting the lives that we are born to create in our process of growth. And this freedom will actually enable us to move forward in our spiritual development. Okay? So the solution in this is love for ourselves and others, as you will see. So how can we do this? We're going to do it in about 5-10 minutes. We address ourselves to the problem. It could be a person or a situation, but in this case, the aspect of our lives which is not yet as we would like it to be. Health, our appearance, our economic situation, our professional status, whatever aspect of our home, our car, whatever it is, it's not as we would like it to be, but choose one. And so we say, I realize that I am the co-contributor to this common reality. I am somehow, there's a part of me that's participating in this. I thank you for all the opportunities for growth that you have given me until now. We thank this lack. Yeah, it sounds strange. We thank the lack for the opportunity that is giving us, first of all, to be happy without, not to be attached, okay? And secondly, to learn how to create, to be more effective in creating, okay? I ask forgiveness for anything in me that might be contributing to this situation. So let go of fears, of lack of self-worth, of attachment. We'll talk about this in detail. I'll explain to you about 16 different aspects of ourselves that may be mirroring here. I am grateful and I love you. So we're actually learning to feel grateful for the problem, grateful for that which is not as we would like it to be, and to feel love for it, at least gratitude, if you can't feel love. And that's because it's actually a growth opportunity in which we're learning either to be okay even without, or learn to be more effectively create. Then I love myself. It's important to be able to love ourselves also. I release you from the need to stay this way any longer. So we release the lack, release the situation of our health, of our economic situation, of our relationships, whatever it may be. We free that so it doesn't have to stay as it is. And I thank the divine for removing from me anything that might be contributing to this reality, or if you like, preventing it from changing. And one of the aspects in ourselves that may be preventing it from changing is our inability to be happy with it as it is. If we're having negative emotions towards something, we're attracting that something. I hope you understand that. So we need to let go of our negative emotions towards that and move towards creating the reality that we'd like without having fear, anxiety, or feeling injustice. So next part of the process, the need to let go of the attachment. Attachments to the results are based on fear and anxiety that we will not be worthy or safe or happy without the specific result. That prevents the manifestation of the goal. These emotions are attracting what we fear, the non-manifestation of the goal. Okay, so it's very important for us to, it may sound crazy that we want to create something, but we're not attached to it getting created. Then we can create from a position of power. When we're fearful and anxious that we won't be worthy or safe or happy if we don't create it, then we're trying to create out of a position of weakness. We consider ourselves weak, unworthy, unsafe, unhappy. And that cannot be a point of creation. So first of all, we have to feel our sense of self-worth, our security, and simply trying to create a better reality. It's an experiment of creating something more positive. It's like an artist drawing a painting. The painting is not unworthy because it's not finished. He simply wants to improve it. And our lives are not unworthy because we're not finished creating them as we would like them. So consider yourself an artist. And if you want to create a different painting, we need to have other colors. And those colors are other beliefs, other emotions, and other activities. So we can change the attachment to a preference. I want it. I will make a serious effort to create it. I will make choices that enhance creating it, but my self-worth, security, and happiness are based on my inner being. This is transform the attachment to a preference. Know what you want, make a serious effort to create it, make choices that enhance it, but feel your self-worth and security and happiness as inner aspects of your being. This is very important. Now, this chapter 8, somehow we're following the book that I mentioned, dealing with testing times, which you can either get it at Amazon or I can send it to you for free as a PDF. And this chapter 8 talks about the present. So we're moving through the chapters in a certain sense. And there's a book called The Zen of Tennis. And what does that say? It's saying that the only thing that you have to focus on when you're playing tennis is the ball. If you're thinking about we're going to win or lose, your mind is elsewhere. You're focused on the result. You're not focused on the ball. So the only thing that we have to look at is what do I need to do in this moment to move towards my goal? What is the choice at this moment? What is you can't manifest a reality in the past or in the future. You can only manifest it in the present. The only power we have is in the present. So what do I need to do at this moment? What choice at this moment helps me move towards my goal? And we make that choice. And so I suggest you accept the present situation as the best possible opportunity for growth and evolution, rather than rejecting the present situation, feeling injustice, feeling anger, feeling weak, feeling unsuccessful, unworthy. Just see it as the best possible opportunity. What do I need to learn here? To accept myself, to accept others, to feel secure, to make better choices? What do I need to do here? It's an opportunity for growth and evolution. Now, the next chapter talks about maintaining our energy with healthy food, energy psychology, exercise, whatever form of exercise you prefer, breathing techniques, relaxation methods, meditation, and others. I do these every day. All of these that you see here, I do them daily. I find that why live a life in a body with less health, in a mind with less clarity, with less peace? Why do that? It's a small investment every morning in which I do these things in order to have for the rest of the day a high level of energy and clarity and positive emotions. We are creating our bodies. We are creating our minds. We are creating our lives. Why not take care of them? And we're going to do a specific session on that also. I hope that you will choose to become a light worker and spend some time each week helping others. You will find that this will give a great sense of satisfaction, of inner peace, of meaning, because we are one being, actually. We'll get into that at another time. And that becoming a light worker, someone who just helps feed the poor, helps someone to get from one place to the other, lends an ear to hear someone who needs to talk about what they're going through. We can help others, and by helping others, we get into the flow of the universe, and the universe supports us. And choose to be happy. The happier we are, the more we attract situations that support our happiness. The more unhappy we are, the more we attract situations that support our unhappiness. Let's make that choice. Happiness is a choice. Love is a choice. Peace is a choice. We have the choice of working on ourselves, especially with the help of energy psychology, to creating these inner states. Now, some thoughts that may help us attract our goals. I am a blessed and deserving child of the divine. You can choose to believe this, not believe it. I believe it, that we are blessed and that we're deserving children of, and as you don't want your children to starve or be unhappy or be ill, neither does divine want us to be any of those. Things always seem to get solved in some mysterious way in the last minute. I don't know if you have that experience. If you do, it's it's an interesting thing to think about. How is it that always in the last minute things work out? My self-worth, security, fulfillment, and life purpose are within me, have nothing to do with external factors, not even with other people, and certainly not with their behavior towards us. So we need to internalize our self-worth, our security, our fulfillment, and our life purpose. It is only natural since we already have, I have already so much is given to me. I have so much to be grateful for. It's only natural for the universe to continue giving what I need. If I feel the universe hasn't been good to me, then it's natural for me to believe it's not going to be good to me. But if I do the gratitude exercise and see how much I really have, then it's only natural for me to believe that the universe is a loving universe and it's going to continue giving me whatever I need. Also, there's this belief got going around that being poor or ill or unhappy is somehow a value. It makes you a good person. A good being what makes you a good person is being an ethical person, a person who cares about others, who always behaves towards others in ways that they would like others to behave to them. Being poor or being unhappy or being ill or being the victim or the underdog doesn't make me more worthy. So it's important to understand that abundance is an expression of our soul nature and that we are here to manifest abundance for ourselves, our families, and others. Now, that doesn't mean we're not worthy if we're poor. But we're not more worthy than the rich. So we need to let go of any possible belief that we're not more worthy because we're ill. We're not more worthy because we're poor. And no one is more worthy. Everyone is worthy of the same love and respect. It's just, it's important to let go of this possible belief that being ill or being unhappy or being the victim is actually an asset, a spiritual asset. I don't believe that. Abundance is an expression of our soul nature. Now, I have to admit to you that I have not chosen to have a lot, and I feel quite abundant. I live in a very small room. It's 20 square meters. You have to figure that out in feet. It's a very small room in a community of people. I really don't have anything that belongs to me except for an old car, but I feel totally abundant. I have everything that I need. So abundance is an internal state. There's nothing that I need that I can't have at this point in my life. Now, it's important to do what we love or do what we do with love. We are creating abundance on all levels for ourselves and others. Here's Steve Jobs. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it, keep looking. Don't settle. So I have found what I love to do, and it supports me wonderfully. It gives me everything that I need to be happy. I feel so abundant with what I have by doing what I love to do. I used to be a chemical engineer. I could have a lot more money at this point. But what would I do with it since the money that I have is much more than what I need at this point? So either find what you love to do and have faith that by doing it, the universe is going to support you, or whatever you're doing, learn to do it with love. and you will see that abundance will come. As a co-creator with the divine, my purpose is to enable myself and others towards manifestation of our ideal lives. We are co-creators. The image for me is that the divine is the light in the movie theater, which is behind the film. And we are the film giving form to that light. Our mind is the film. So as souls, we are the light. As minds, we are the film, and we are co-creating. So the divine is not actually creating this reality. It's just giving the possibility of this reality. The way we are thinking as individuals and as society is creating this condition, which is, I think, unsatisfactory for most of us. There's so much injustice. So we are the creators. We are co-creators. The divine is giving us the possibility of creation, the light, but we are giving the form. So it's important to think about what kind of form do I want to give to that possibility. Now, it's very important in creating the lives that we want that we learn to give and to receive from the whole abundantly, to give abundantly and to receive abundantly. Some people have difficulty receiving. If you can't receive, how can the universe give you? If you're too proud to accept, if you're too proud to ask, then how can you receive? So some people have difficulty giving, others have difficulty receiving. We want to be able to do both abundantly, giving and receiving. And we don't need to give from where we have received, and we don't need to receive from where we have given. Imagine people as branches of a bank, okay? And you can make a deposit in one branch of that bank, and then you go to another city and you will make a withdrawal from another branch. So you may give to one person and take a withdrawal from another person. So let's let go of this idea that I have to give to those who have given me, unless they need something and we want to give them. And also let go, more importantly, of the idea that we have to receive from where we are giving. I see a lot of people not receiving what they want because they're attached to receiving from one specific person. And there are so many other persons around them that want to give to them. And this obstructs that whole flow of giving and receiving. And there is a movie created about this idea. It's called Play It Forward. If you haven't seen it, take a look at that movie. That I receive from one, I give to another. He receives from me, he gives to another, and goes on and on and on. And it always comes back. That's the wonderful thing. It always comes back. But don't give because you're waiting for it to come back, because you'll stop the process. Just give because you love and you want to help the other person. Another aspect is being able to balance our spiritual and material life by earning only by moral means and using what I have for the greater good. And this phrase is very important for me. I am always happy to be on the other end of every transaction. What does that mean? If I'm an employer, I would love to be my employee. If I'm an employee, I would love to be my employer because I'm really giving myself to the work. If I'm selling something, I would love to buy it for the price that I'm selling. If I'm giving a service, I would love to pay for that service what I'm asking for that service. You get the idea? Always be sure that you would be happy to be on the other aspect, the other part of any transaction. Then we know that we are in the flow and that we're okay with the universe. Now, I give myself permission to live in an abundant and blessed life with health, loving relationships, financial security, meaningful work, spiritual growth, and everything else I need to be happy and fulfilled in my life. We need to give ourselves this permission to know that we are worthy of this. One of the greatest obstacles is feeling unworthy. Now, the exercise for today. We're going to bring to mind the aspect of our lives which is not yet as we would like it to be. Our health, our financial situation, our work situation, our relationships, our house, whatever it may be, a project that we're trying to create, even a kind of social project that we want to help other people, that too. Then we do Ho'oponopono for the obstacles. I will guide you on that. And then we feel grateful for all that we already have. We feel that feeling of gratitude, realizing how much we already have. And then we visualize our ideal life as if it already exists and we are living it and feeling it. And we start with our body, that our body is as we would like it to be. Our mind, our character, our personality is as we would like it to be. Our life situation, which includes our home, our work, everything that we have in our lives, our situations, is as we would like it to be, with one exception. We are not allowed to visualize what other people will do. Never do that. You can visualize other people filled with light in them and around them, but not visualize that they will love you or do something for you or follow a certain path that you believe is the best. Let that to them. Okay. But everything else, our house, our car, our work, our everything in the situation, ourselves loving others, we can visualize that, but not others behaving as we want them. And then we visualize the ideal reality, the ideal society. Okay. Then, after doing this exercise, which I would suggest that you do it daily now for some period of time until you have created what you want, then we take all steps towards creating what we want. We do what we need to do, and we cease doing whatever is obstructing us. Okay? And we behave as if we already have what we need, as if we already have our health, we already have our abundance, we already have our relationship. Behave as if we already have manifested our goal. Now, all this is described in detail in the book, Dealing with Testing Times. I'll be happy to send you to for free as an ebook or get it on Amazon. Okay, for much more, go to our website. So now we're going to do the exercise. We're going to close our eyes and I'm going to guide you in that exercise. Okay, so we can sit in a straight position and close our eyes and breathe slowly, deeply. Take a deep inhalation. Hold the breath. And with the exhalation, relax, let go. And another deep inhalation. Holding the breath. And with the exhalation, relax, let go. Again, deep inhalation. Hold. And with the exhale, relaxing. Now check your body. Allow the abdomen to be relaxed. The spine straight. The shoulders back. Allow the solar plexus to relax. Allowing the shoulders to relax more deeply. Now let's allow the face to relax, allowing the jaw to open slightly and relax. Allowing the cheeks to relax. Allowing the eyes to relax. And the temples relax. And allowing the forehead to relax. Allow the forehead to relax. Now just check the body, and as I count from 10 backwards, allow the body to relax even more deeply, allowing the mind to focus more clearly. 10, relaxing. 9, 8, more deeply relaxed. 7, 6, relaxing more deeply, letting go. 5, 4, letting go. 3, 2, 1, again 0. Now, bring to mind aspects of your life which are not as you would like them to be yet, which you would like to improve. Could be health, could be appearance, could be financial, work, relationships, some project you want to create, and choose one issue, one aspect of your life that you would like to improve. And as you focus on that aspect, feel the feelings that you feel, because it is not yet as you would like it to be. What do you feel? You feel injustice, or weakness, or failure, or disappointment. What do you feel when you think that it's not yet as you would like it to be? And let's accept those feelings. Let's accept that our mind has the tendency to feel this way. Understanding, of course, that we are not the feelings, nor the mind, but the observer of the mind and the feelings. And allowing the feelings to expand and to flow out of our body. Allowing the feelings to flow out, to dissipate, to disappear. And let's realize the needs that create these emotions. Is a need for self-worth? Is a need for security? Or pleasure? Or control or freedom? What need is not satisfied if we don't improve that aspect of our life? And let us accept that we have this need. It's been programmed in us. And let's let go of the need and experience our self-worth as an inner essence, an inner state. Experience inner security, inner peace, now we are going to do Ho'oponopono. as we realize that this situation, as it is a growth opportunity. It's an opportunity to learn something. It's an opportunity to be happy as it is, or to change it. To be at peace as it is, or to change it. Take a little time to think about what your lesson may be here. Is it simply to accept, or is it to accept but also change what is happening? What is your lesson? Is it simply to be happy as it is? Or is it to become more effective in improving it? Now let us thank this situation for the opportunity for growth that it's offering us. Let's feel grateful for this opportunity to grow, to change, to evolve. And we ask forgiveness for whatever aspects of ourselves is contributing to this obstacle, to this situation. Any attachments, any fears, false beliefs, now we feel love for ourselves as we are. Let us accept ourselves as we are in this evolutionary process, and let us love ourselves as we are. Now, let us free any obstacles towards manifesting our improved reality, allowing them to change. We free the situation from staying as it is, and we're allowing it to change. We do not need it to stay as it is anymore. So it's becoming light. It's transmuting into light. Now we open ourselves to divine light and allow it to remove from within us, especially from our subconscious, any tendencies, emotions, attachments, prejudices, beliefs, which are obstructing the creation of the reality we desire. Allow all obstacles to be dissolved. Letting go of all obstacles towards the manifestation of our ideal reality. So we thank the situation. We ask forgiveness for whatever is within us that's co-creating it. We love it. We love ourselves. We free it. Give it the freedom to change. And we accept divine light which removes from us any obstacles towards manifesting the reality we choose. Now we focus on gratitude. Allow all of what you have that you can be grateful for to come to mind. Nothing is granted. Your loved ones, eyes, ears, arms, hands, a house to live in, running water, enough food, air, nature, various techniques that we're learning. Realize how much you have actually. And feel the feeling of gratitude. Feeling grateful. Feeling blessed. Feeling happy because we're blessed. And this feeling verifies the fact that we live in a loving universe that has given us so much. And it is natural to receive even more. It also verifies that we are capable creators because we have created all of this. And now we visualize our ideal reality as if it already exists. We start with our body. Visualize and feel your body as you would like to be, and feel that it already is that way, with the health and with the appearance that you would like to have. If you can't see it, feel it. If you can see it, or simply imagine it. And feel the emotions that you have because you have the body you would like to have. Feel health, feel beautiful, feel strong and healthy. Feel the reality. Feel it as now. Now, let us visualize our ideal personality or character, or mind if you choose. Visualize, feel that you have the personality that you would like to have, the character that you would like to have, the behavior that you would like to have. Imagine it, feel it, feel that you are that. You are that character, that personality, that mind. and feel the peace that you experience by being who you would like to be. Visualize how you behave towards others, your ideal behavior, and feel the peace in that. The peace in behaving as you really want to. Now let us visualize and experience our ideal life situations. A home, all of the instruments, our work, our activities. Visualize your life, the ideal life for you. Do not visualize what other people do, but everything else. Where you live, how you live, where you work, what you do. Imagine your ideal life. Experience it as now, that you are living it. Experience your life as you would like it to be, as if it already is, and feel the emotions that you have, enjoying your ideal life. Now let us visualize the evolved society. Imagine an evolved society in which people live in harmony, in cooperation, where there is equality, justice, abundance for all. Imagine that that society exists and that you're living in it. Everyone has whatever they need. Everyone is helping everyone. There is unity. Now you can continue visualizing and feeling your ideal reality as long as you like. Your body, your mind, your life situation, society, whatever you choose, would just simply stay in a state of inner peace and silence for as long as you like. And whenever you choose, you can release yourself from this exercise and continue your life, behaving in a way, thinking in a way, speaking in a way that promotes the manifestation of your ideal reality. Be well.